Hello, I am King Purushottama of Paurava, India. Some call me King Purus. And today I'm going to tell you about Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great was the son of King Philip of Macedonia, who defeated southern Greece. This accomplishment allowed the Macedonians to gain more status with the Greeks, and in turn the Macedonians were heavily influenced by Greek culture. King Philip even convinced Aristotle to tutor Alexander when he was young. After the assassination of King Philip, Alexander was put in a leadership position while he was still rather young. As a politician, Alexander made it his goal to conquer the Persian-occupied territories of the eastern Aegean, which had been under Persian rule since the year 513. After gaining the trust of his father's generals, he set out to claim Anatolia from the Persians. In 334, Alexander made his way into Troy, where he battled the Persian governor at the Granicus River. After defeating the governor, Alexander went from city to city around Anatolia, where he liberated Grecian cities and set them under his empire. Among these cities were Ephesus, Sardis, and Miletus. In response to these rapid victories, King Darius III of Persia sent an army of 100,000 against Alexander in the narrow plain of Issus. Darius III had bottlenecked his own army, which proved to be a great disadvantage against Alexander's armored cavalry, which soon led to Alexander's second great victory. Darius fled the scene again, which only gave way to Alexander's impending conquests. Moving south, Alexander conquered Judea along with Egypt, with little resistance. After having those locations secure, he moved eastward toward Mesopotamia, where he had 200,000 Persian soldiers meet him on the plain of Gaugamela. Again, using a heavy cavalry, Alexander defeated Darius's forces, and the Persian king fled the scene a second time, although this time Darius was assassinated by his own guards in Bactria. The fall of Darius III had led to rapid crumbling of the remaining Persian edifice. A note on Alexander's military strategy is his development of what is coined as the Macedonian phalanx, which consisted of units amassed in squares 256 men wide and 16 men deep. Each unit would then be armed with a sarissa, an 18-foot-long spear, which would have been used to close distance effectively against advancing forces. Alexander also utilized heavy armored cavalry units, which would engage by charging around the phalanx. In the year 326, Alexander made it through what is now Afghanistan and made it to western India. He wanted my land, so he fought on the east bank of the Jhelum River, also known as the Battle of the Hydaspes River. He only brought approximately 6,000 infantry and 5,000 cavalry, and I underestimated his abilities in cunning. He swam the swollen river and attacked my army's flank. I brought my best war elephants and fought and defeated many of his soldiers. It was considered the most costly of Alexander's battles. We both suffered huge casualties, but Alexander won, although only technically. I have been considered his most successful opponent because of my great valor. Alexander respected me, and Alexander allowed me to rule the Hydaspes in his name as one of his many client kings. But if you ask me, I still think I won the battle of the Hydaspes River. But whatever.